because we're not really using this guy.
So what are we doing here? Why don't we put the thing here so we don't have to keep looking at this? It's gonna make me feel weird not seeing what we're doing.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Let me just set up for Facebook. I'm at Facebook for Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get any feedback.
So it's gonna be right there.
Yeah, it'll just be right here. We're now live.
We're live.
We're live.
Good.
Hi.
Hey, hey.
I see you got your red on.
Listen.
And, you know, I got my t-shirt and glasses and everything else. Let me just make sure that everyone can hear us. If you can hear us, wave. Say hi, what's going on? Happy New Year, all that good stuff. If you're new, or if you're following us on Instagram, we're Simon and Simon Art. Normally you see me most of the time.
Most of the time.
This is my other half.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's not really into being on camera that much.
Nope.
But since it's the end of the year, we're both an artist couple. We figured, hey, why not? Good. So now the cameras. Excellent. All right.
So let's
see what's going on. So I hope everyone's Christmas was good. You had an awesome Christmas. You know.
We had a quiet Christmas.
Yeah, we had a quiet Christmas. It was quiet, but it was good.
I like quiet.
I mean, granted, I was on vacation for like a week and a half.
Yes.
I go back to work on Thursday, just when everyone else goes back to school. Some people are not going back to work until that Monday, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't think I need these on right now. Actually, I had these on because I was putting together one of my Gundam models because I needed to read the thing.
Yeah. It's
so small. But hey, yeah, how's it going?
All right.
Hold on, let me. So let's. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
It's okay. It's fine.
No, because it'll show up here.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to do that. So yeah, we wrote notes and everything else and whatnot. So as you know, we're Simon and Simon Art. I'm Aaron.
I'm Ardley.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah. So we're gonna try, you know, to make this interesting. Arlie may have to leave at one point to take care of, because she has other stuff to take care of. So for 2024, you know, as you know, we have our art store, and then we're also trying to branch out with other stuff. I think we're gonna start with the downs first. I figured, why not? What are some of our creatives' ups and downs? The downs for me, and I think you would agree, all the messages we get is your artwork available, and they want it as an NFT.
Yeah, we're kind of really tired of that because the whole NFT thing, we don't know a whole lot about it, but we do know it is about profiting the person who is interested in the art.
Right.
It's not about promoting us. It's about, you know, making themselves more profit or money, whatever. And it doesn't sit well with us because we're trying to get ourselves off the ground.
Right.
And it's more of taking advantage of and pretending to be interested in the art itself. Yeah.
When you're not really supporting the artist itself, they're like, oh, well, you get support by exposure.
No.
Nah. No. Exposure doesn't really help.
Exposure if they're not even going to know it's us.
Us, exactly.
How is that exposure?
Because this person can say, oh, it's mine, and it's not. You know, so anyway.
That's a big down.
That was a big down. I think another big down is when, I guess engagement.
Yeah, engagement is kind of low. I think I think we need to learn how to do that better, probably, giving the people a way of, or instructions on how to communicate with us. Even sometimes we ask questions. I don't know if they don't feel the question is interesting enough, or if they feel like they really need to answer it. But it does help when whoever it is behind the camera is asking the audience, the people who we think are supporting us, to help us move forward. Because sometimes we are stuck, especially when you're beginning. It's nice to, we are told anyway, to get feedback. And that's really the only way you're going to know how your audience feels about what you're doing and how you're presenting yourself. So if we ask a question, no matter how small, it's really appreciative if the people who are coming across our page give us a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, so I mean, a little bit of feedback is always good. I mean, I think it helps let us know that, hey, you know, there are people who are watching, people who are interested in what we are doing. I know we both have two different styles. I'm more, as you know, I'm a surface designer, so I do a lot of patterns for wall covering, and then I do digital art, and you know, I do paintings. You do your paintings.
Different media, acrylic. I don't do oil anymore, but I do watercolor, and I'm just now touching on gouache.
Right.
So, very different styles, very different interests too, I think we are. But we decided to do a store together.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we might bring people from our world into the other's world.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to the creatives ups. So now we're gonna bring it up. Bring it all up. So let's start. What are some of your creative ups this year?
I'll say for the first time, I submitted something because I wanted to know the feeling of what it's like to submit something. It's the journey, they say. It's not about winning or losing. For me, it was to create something that I really liked and sharing with my audience, and then submitting to see what the world thinks of it.
Yeah. I think my creative ups is learning new techniques. I know I'm trying to understand the halftone pattern, halftone dot stuff, and mix it in with some of my artwork. Also, the fact that I reopened the Etsy store and we had that one sale. Yeah, no, we had two sales. So one from Sarah, our friend Sarah, who bought one thing, and then the other one, which I feel sorry for the guy because mail where he lives is running slow
because of the
I guess because of the weather. They must have had bad storms or whatever out in Kansas, because it's like Kansas City. I think he's in Kansas City, and he's having a lot of trouble. So I feel bad, you know. So I will check it every once in a while just to make sure that it's not just sitting there. So, you know, periodically I'll send him a message and everything else. But it kind of sucks.
It does.
It does. But, you know, through those creators' ups and downs, you know, also I'm learning to start drawing things a little bit differently, maybe take a little bit more risk with my drawings and everything else.
Yes, I'm there too.
You're there too.
I'm there too. And the other thing I'm learning, which every artist knows, but for some reason it didn't dawn on me, the thing about using my my sketchbook. I don't use my sketchbook a lot. I want to do it and be done. But art is about patience, really.
Yeah, it is about patience, and it's inclusive. You know, very inclusive. I mean, granted, I'm not gonna throw a banana on the wall and make millions from it. You know, but hey, one day I may you know, come up with something and it sells.
Yeah.
But I think that leads right into those notable achievements or breakthroughs from this year. So the highlight and challenges or setbacks and how we navigated it.
Well, I think our challenges, I think you'll agree, but I have to speak for myself. is really knowing exactly what you want to do. I think when you are doing something and you're just feeling like it's taking so long to get off the ground, whatever, or you're being impatient, you want to jump from this to that to this to that, you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent and just trust the process.
Yeah. And the fact that it's like you have a whole set of darts and you're just throwing a dart on the wall to see what sticks. But I think you're right when you're saying when that comes to that whole niche thing, finding a niche of what works. And I was always doing stuff like retro stuff that I like, that, since I'm a gamer and everything else, I try to incorporate some of that stuff into my art. But I think for 2025, I know I talked to you about it, what I'm going to be focusing more on, and it's something that I do in my spare time. So I'm going to be focusing more on that art. We'll talk about that later down in this live stream, because it's New Year's Eve and we're not going to take up too much of your time, so this is probably going to be like 30 minutes. I think also there are a lot of things where we want to do art shows.
Yeah, we want to look into art
we will look into art shows. We're trying to do some artwork for submissions into this gallery showing. So hopefully we can get into that. And what's good is that they're actually allowing digital artists to come into the show, which I think that's also good. I know you saw me working on that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't started working on mine.
The one I'm working on, I hope you guys like. It's going to be more of a should I tell them or give them a brief description?
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's going to be more boxing themed, but dealing with today's issues that's happening in the country. I think a lot of us the majority of us are kind of upset, and it's like, why are we on this hamster wheel thinking that it's going to change, things are going to change, and then when we try to make little changes, there's always an issue. I think that can relate to the art business, especially when it comes to AI, when you have a lot of people using AI and then submitting it, and you can tell it's AI, they're like, yo, dude, this is AI, come on, or girl, whatever.
Yeah, but so many people are into it.
I know, but the problem is,
crazy.
The problem is, like, we use AI at my job, but it's more like a tool. Okay, I'm looking for this, and then what I'm doing is I'm using that as a template and creating something totally different. But that's my template. Like, I understand if you want to use it for a template, and then you're taking it and redesigning it from scratch. So at least this way, okay, I have my template. Maybe I can use that as my reference and then create something to it. That's fine. But if you're going to use it as something you did, no, you didn't do it. Or you just, which is crazy. So I think that's one of the navigations. And also, I think another setback we have is, if we want to do these art shows, I know we have this printer over here. We're going to have to start printing out some stuff on certain sizes we can print out, and some stuff that we're going to have to send out. I know one setback we have is that for our art prints, I'm just fixing my chair. There's some stuff where I want to put it on metal or acrylic. But now that comes out of my pocket if someone orders it, and I realize, like, I can't really do that. So, not yet. So, but what I'm going to do is those options, I'm going to stop selling those options and just keep it on small canvases and paper through the shop. Certain things may be digital. So if you go to our Etsy, we have two stores. We have an art store, and then we have our Etsy store. Our Etsy store has more of like t-shirts, journals. So if you're looking for a journal, a lot of our artwork is on the journals. So that's what we're using that for. But our art store, it's pretty much for prints. But, we have to, when someone orders, we have to pay for it and then go through the whole process, which to me makes no sense. Why don't you just use their payment?
What it is.
But what it is, yeah.
that's how they have it worked out. So,
that kind of swings into our financial performance for the year. So
that's so great.
Well, it wasn't so
but
great.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
started.
we started. We've been doing this for like a year.
Yeah, so we have to give ourselves some
time. Yeah,
because in that year,
we also learn.
We're learning.
Yeah,
we're learning a couple of things. We're navigating a couple of things. We are correcting a couple of things.
Yeah,
getting rid of a couple of things.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that.
It's a lot of back and forth stuff.
You gotta learn.
But I know for when it comes to individual creative accomplishments, I think I'm happy with the fact that I've been growing.
Yeah.
I've been looking, researching, watching these videos with you have all these different artists, putting out, creating their own, and also willing to share.
Yes.
Which is important. I know I've been doing that when it comes to creating patterns. How do you put a pattern and repeat and whatnot? Next year I do want to show how to color separate a pattern, but that's going to be like a it's going to take time because I don't think a lot of people know how to color separate when it comes to Photoshop.
Yeah,
because there's a simple way to do it depending on what it is, and then it gets harder. So, but I'm going to teach you the simple way to do it, and then especially if you have to get it engraved. I know the one niche that I'm going into. So if you don't know, I take martial arts. I've been doing it for 20 years. Now I want to do martial artwork, and I was like trying to I was on the fence about it, but then I was like, you know what? If I do this, I like doing it. I might as well do artwork based upon it. So I think going forward, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Hence the boxing aspect of it, because I did do a little bit of boxing. So my background was, the main branch is Junfan Gun Fu. So if you know what that is, that's an art created by Bruce Lee, based off the different styles he learned on, and then it was approved upon with Guru Dan Inosanto. So I've been doing that for 20 years, and I've studied and still study different arts along the way. Now, as I'm 48, my body's starting to have a lot of injuries and starting to take a little bit time to recover. But that's the niche that I'm going to be working in, like doing martial art. So I've been researching what other people are doing and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and what I can do differently. But I think that's what I'm doing going forward. What about you?
I'm sticking to my faces. I like faces. I tried to go into... I've broadened my interests in... Lord, I'm losing my focus right now. What do I do?
You don't do oil. You do acrylic?
Yeah, I do acrylic, but what am I...
Minimalist?
Yes. Ooh,
Oh!
I'm getting the call.
Yeah, she's getting a call. Hold on. Yeah, so this might be the time when she leaves because she has to go take care of something. But yeah, so I know some of the art projects I did was for seasonal stuff. So
I'll be able to do this until I finish. Yeah, so no, I'm doing my faces. I love my faces. I'm not just gonna do people. I think I'm gonna broaden it to animals as well. There's something about faces that just makes me happy. So I tried to move from that, but I don't think that's gonna work. I do take breaks because it does get a little bit, it makes me a little anxious sometimes because I want to get it perfect. But I'm definitely going to keep doing that. And when I take breaks, I'll do abstract. That's what I was trying to say. I've found a new interest in abstract. I actually find it fascinating. And it relaxes me when I get frustrated with doing faces. So I'm going to definitely keep practicing that. And see what I can do with it. But I love my faces, and I'm gonna keep doing that.
All right, there you go. So some of the stuff that what are some of the projects, pieces, or shifts that you did in 2024?
I did the flower.
The flower was one. That project for your friend for her family reunion.
What was that thing?
It was a family reunion you designed for the T-shirt.
Oh yes. Yeah. But no, I like the flower one. It said something to me. So I had started doing this flower, and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to continue it. But the abstract, when I saw it again, the abstract spoke to me. So I decided to continue it with an abstract thing, and I love the way it turned out. So I'm really happy about that one. Mm-hmm. And I have this obsession to fill up a canvas, and I sometimes get frustrated because I can't do, you know how you compare yourself to other artists, which is not good. But I have a tendency to do that either loudly or inside my head. So I have to figure that out, but I've seen a lot of artists who just paint or draw what they're drawing and nothing in the background, and they're very happy with it. So I don't see why I can't be.
Yeah, I mean, oh, let's say hi to Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne. Hi. So, yeah, I know for me, just trying to stick to a schedule was hard. Yeah. But trying to do it for at different points, like the voting ghost, which was fun. I think I'm gonna keep changing it up every year. The Pac-Man on. Dwayne says, "Hello, stop comparing yourself."
I will. That's we're leaving that in 2024.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Now, no more comparing.
No
but,
more.
Doing that the tinsel ornament where Pac-Man's going on a rampage during Christmas.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's I gotta see if I'm gonna try to promote that more.
Do that, because I think that one I like it a lot. There's quite a bit going on in there, and it's very it's fitting for the season. It's
season, yeah. So it's a nice seasonal piece if you like snow and you want to be it's just a reminder of, or you live in a place where it's always snow.
Yeah.
It's something to have.
and it's kind of like a reminiscent of our younger days. So
yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Now, I know some of the new techniques and approaches that I've done in 2024 is trying to improve my artwork and doing it in grayscale to color.
Yeah, I love the whole grayscale thing. I don't know if a lot of people do it. I haven't seen it, but I think it's something you should definitely explore, showing how to
yeah, it's like, I know it's easy because one thing is you actually getting your values and your shapes and your shading and lighting in there, and then when you do the gradient part of it, it actually works because all you're doing is saying the darkest cut. The black can be this color, and you can just gradient out from one color to the next, and it makes it look good. And then you go in and you make your little touch ups here and there and everything else. And then, like I said, using that half tone pattern in place of the in there on top of it. That's what I've been working on. I'm still trying to get it right. I know I did it with the Pac-Man one. In certain parts of it, I like, but it's one of those things where take your time doing it and everything else. And, I know not every one I do is going to be great, but that's what I'm working on. And for 2025, I'm doing everything in grayscale, and not in color. I mean, there'll probably be some might be in color, some might not, but if I do it in color, it's like, because it's that one focus part. I want to have your eye focus on that part because it's in color.
Okay. So,
what about?
So, what's our next thing?
What types of shifts are we going to do in 2025? think we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about. So, but I know the one shift is we may not keep the art store.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may not, due to the fact that it's we're working with another company, and you know they're handling everything for us. But if we're not bringing in any revenue, it's like, why have it? I mean,
I'm thinking, look,
or we do our own.
I think we just need to start slow. I think we wanted to start big, and we bit off more than we
can chew.
chew.
Yeah,
which is what happens a lot of times. So we've learned from that, and so we're correcting.
Yeah. So those are the types. So those were the types of shifts. I know we were like going about, but we talked about everything. But I think. Oh, did we talk about the contest we're trying to get into?
I think we did.
Yeah. So like I said, we're trying to get into that contest for 2025. We're going to try to do more of those contests. So at least this way, we can start trying to get into galleries.
Yeah.
With our work. So at least this way, that's one way we can be
so looking forward to
it. I know. I don't know if this will lead to doing freelance stuff, but hey, if it does, that's great. If it leads to people saying, hey, I like some of this stuff on your website, can I purchase? Like, yeah, go ahead and make a purchase. But I think the whole act is just trying to get out there. Yeah. And, you know, both of us are artists, but we both never really sat back and said, hey, let's do this, this, and this. But I find it funny that it's usually later on artists, I guess, are trying to, I mean, depending on what it is you're doing, because I guess at the time we were part-time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you had your field, I had my field, and it wasn't until COVID that we started getting back into what we used to do. Yeah. So, and just getting into art shows, I think is one thing that I think we should try to do. Absolutely. But that's like,
we'll get it done.
We'll get it done. But yeah, like I said, we didn't want to keep anyone too long because we know it's New Year's Eve. Some of you might be going out now. If you're living in New York City, more than likely you're in Times Square already.
Absolutely, yeah.
If not, and you're trying to get in there,
good luck.
Good luck, because I know people have been there since Fanfare in New York City. Yeah, Dwayne, we're going to look into that.
Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, but for the rest of you, I know you're probably online somewhere. You're probably coming home from work and ready to head out. So from the both of us, we want to say have a safe and happy New Year. Yes. Let's starting tomorrow, day 1 of 2025. You don't have to be creative. Yeah, definitely coming with the cold. I hear it in my throat.
Please don't do that. Not a good way to start the year.
Not a good way to start the new year, and I go back to work on Thursday.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Stay healthy.
And yes, please stay healthy.
You know, and wherever you head off to,
get there safely.
Yeah. All right.
And see you in 2025.
We'll see you in 2025. We'll probably do another one of these next month,
yeah,
maybe. It depends. It might be just me.
Hopefully we have nice news to report. Whatever it is, it'll be nice news anyway.
Yeah, but I know we haven't done one of these in a while, so.
Yeah. So get wherever you're getting safe.
Yep.
Be healthy, stay warm, and have a wonderful evening. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Don't forget, we got to go back to work on Thursday. Some of us. All right. Peace.